face to start kicking ass, just like it said at the beginning of the program.
Man of the hour, tower of power, too sweet to be sour.
Sending your ass on the jabroni jet to the other side of the territory, brother.
The Alabama Hammer.
Nightmares are the best part of my day.
The goods from the wood.
Hot damn!
Welcome to the Goods from the Woods. My name is Rivers Langley.
My name is Pat Rye.
This is gonna man of the hour, tower of power, too sweet to be sour.
And this is our first show back.
Yes.
This is actually the first time we've been in a room together for like a month. So
Yeah.
it's just we're going to catch up a little bit.
We have that warm feeling. dude.
Nothing better than sitting in the park and reminiscing.
What was that? Is that Spin Doctors? What was
No, that's like a not pure Prairie League. It was like on the one on those compilations.
Oh, okay. Like
Sitting in the park and reminiscing. That song.
Oh, yeah, reminiscing. That's the Little River Band.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh boy. Let's.
Insert the clip.
Oh, right here. Oh my.
Oh yeah. Magic 98.7.
Good times, great oldies. Hey.
Oh, that's what the weather is this week.
Yeah. Come on down to Kiesel Park. We're having Woodstock this weekend. We're raising money for the Humane Society. So.
It's really nice, though. Let's not get kid about it. This is wonderful, just relaxing, passionate.
Yeah. He's doing his best Donald Fagen impersonation.
For sure.
That keyboard that sounds like the theme from Taxi.
Yep, Angela.
Isn't it weird how Angela is the theme of Taxi, and Angela is also the woman in Who's the Boss? Mm-hmm. Where it's just like how Tony's always Tony in every show. You have to make it Mona.
But yeah, we were all just down south separately, and then Goodnight and I did see each other at an event that we're going to talk about in a minute.
And we boogied.
With Boogie we did, but
I was in Atlanta for a bachelor party that was very not scandalous.
Oh yeah.
It basically consisted of a bunch of guys in their early 30s complaining about their heartburn because we ate so much, fried food, and
Well, not too scandalous, but you ate well.
We ate really well. Yeah, I mean, it's weird going to Atlanta because it's been so gussied up with like the belt line, and it's just like frat bro central now.
Well, I will say I got to do a little bit of stand up in Atlanta, and big shout out. It's gonna be a heavy shout out episode. Our friend Joe Pettis down there in ATL runs the show at the Sweetwater Brewery. That shit is incredible. Like, I got there and Joe walked me upstairs, and it was this, the show's up above the factory floor, and down below they're making beer, and you can see like the lines of bottles going and everything like that.
Oh, like the beginning of Laverne and Shirley.
Exactly, and that's just like happening below where you're doing stand up. And as we were walking up the steps, Joe was like, "Yeah, man, thanks for doing the show. I'm sorry, we've got like basically like the lightest turnout we've had all year. So it's because they just had a music festival, so it's the turnout's not usually this light." And I'm like, "Oh, it's fine," and I'm thinking, if there's 10 people there, it's great, whatever. There were 95 people in there.
Yeah.
It was packed. Like, normally they have 300, but this time there was 90. I was like, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
I can work with 95 people.
They don't know what we deal with out here.
No, they really don't.
They have no idea.
I was like, this would be easily the hottest show in Los Angeles if you could find 90 people to come watch you at a brewery. But yeah, man, holy shit, that's maybe the best. And I've had some fun sets in Atlanta, but that was probably my favorite set I've ever had in Atlanta was at that show. So if you live in ATL, man, do yourself a favor, go check out Joe Pettis's. He runs a bunch of shows, but the brewery show is the one that I did. That one's real fun over at Sweetwater. Do you want to talk about the
Oh my! I did some classified things when I was with Rivers at the Buggy. Let me talk about this now.
Yeah,
the Waverly Buggy, which is the place. This is when P Ridge, you understand, Buggy is so hard, you understand, that it actually keeps the Earth from going out of its orbit. So if the scientists is proving this,
it keeps the Earth there at 33 degrees axis.
It keeps it exactly on the axis. So when the stars combine and you do the bump and grind, it's only a matter of time till satisfaction's coming, and satisfaction was everywhere, indeed, around Waverly, Alabama, you understand, once known as P Ridge, when they had an event, which is so exciting that you will pass out thinking about it, called the Waverly Boogie, and it was Rivers this year.
Yes.
This man right here, Rivers was the king. He's being modest because he was the king of Waverly, except for Wildman Steve, which we'll get to. But
Yes, yeah.
But so whenever Wildman Steve's there, the best you can hope for is to be like Raul Castro
Yeah,
or something
of
like that.
course.
But Raul Castro is a very powerful man.
This was the 17th annual one, and Mr. Goodnight actually came out for it, and we had a bunch of my friends who I told them that I was like, Goodnight's coming to this. They're like, are you fucking shitting me? I was like, yeah, man. So as soon as he got there, I went and rounded up all of my friends who listen to us every week, and you had like a damn circle around you.
It was
At one
like
point.
it was
awesome.
so wonderful. It was like during the Civil War when people would like all line up around the president and shake
Yeah.
hands and things like
Yeah,
that.
it really was.
And it was so many nice people, and unfortunately, because we were boogieing so hard, I ended up getting separated from a bunch of people and didn't get to see them again.
Yeah.
So I want to give him some shout outs. Hamilton with the orange shirt, you understand?
My good buddy doing so Hamilton.
Hamilton listens to the Goods in the Woods. The only man who listens to the Goods in the Woods the way it's supposed to be listened to in the actual
in the
woods.
Yeah.
You
He's
understand.
he's an archaeologist in Oxford, Mississippi, and he's out there, cordoning off historic areas and digging up artifacts and listening to our dumbasses out in the woods.
Tremendous.
Living an ideal life with him helping us keep track of what passes for civilization these days, like
Yeah.
Harper's Ferry.
Yeah.
No, what is it? Harper's was the magazine, a journal of civilization.
Harper's Ferry is the-
Harper's Ferry.
Harper's Ferry was John Brown,
that's
and then
John Brown.
a battle
Harper's
during the
Weekly.
Antietam campaign. Harper's Weekly. That's
Yeah.
it. Journal of Civilization. Maggie, who was so wonderful, Caroline's best friend there.
yeah, Maggie. Shout out to Maggie and Will.
Yeah, it
listening
was
to Nashville.
so nice to meet y'all. I really regret that we got separated, but thank y'all. Y'all were so wonderful, and I was looking for. But I get separated from people. There was my other friend, the man with the wrestling posters in the closet. There was all the fellows that I was shaking hands with. There was Trey, who you may remember from the episode who told us about the grizzly bears in the dumpster.
Yeah, the dump up in up.
Yeah.
This is less the Waverly Boogie and more like Mr. Goodnight's Boogeyman Jam. Like,
It really was. It was like a boogeyman jam for today. And it was really almost like, remember the Congress of Vienna? So many big wigs, you understand? So many movers and shakers around Waverly were at this thing. It was just unreal. Scott, you remember, who had
Scott Peak, the Lord of the Manor.
the
guy-
Lord of the Man,
yeah.
the founder of our feast, if you will, and I feasted, you understand, on that barbecue pork and that banana pudding,
Yes.
and that was such a good time, brother. And Waverly is number one, you understand.
I got to introduce Driving and Crying and Southern Culture on the Skids. And, dude, it was great, man.
Southern culture on the skids.
Oh, let's not forget two guests of the show, my main men, you understand,
Oh,
Mike
yeah.
McCall and Nick Thomas, you
Yes.
understand.
Nick Thomas, host of the brand new Trailer Trash Hobbyist podcast. So if you're not on the that train yet, they're also
Yeah,
available on
you
iTunes.
should check out the next episode because I believe Butt Rock Brett drops his new single at that.
What? Oh
Yeah.
shit! Oh hell yeah! Oh, that's
He drops the big deuce down there.
why didn't
Yeah.
we get that exclusive?
You know what? He picks and chooses.
Okay,
where
that's fair.
where he's seen. But yeah, it's his new single recorded live at the Esbaro Break Room. So
Well, fucking listen to that podcast. Oh my god. Trailer
Nick
Trash
Thomas,
Hobbyist.
the photobomb king of the Waverly Boogie, because he was photobombing and it was a wonderful time. Mike McCall, you understand, with the tailgate chairs and all that, lawn chairs.
Yeah.
We boogied, you understand, that sweet tea.
Oh yeah, the Alabama Sweet Tea Company was there, which was hilarious because you came up to me and you're like, he's like, is there any sweet tea around here? I was like, yeah, there's a 18-wheeler with Alabama Sweet Tea Company on the side of it.
and this is proper sweet tea, not like twisted tea.
Yeah, no.
This was like, it tasted a lot like Milo's.
Yeah, this was
so
the- this
you
is
know
the real
it's
shit.
good that
Yeah.
way. Yeah, and it saved my ass because it was getting a little hot out there.
Oh man, yeah,
Yeah.
It's usually, I mean, that was maybe the hottest it's ever been out there.
But you know what? It was the hottest it's ever been, and every year it's only getting hotter down in Waverly. So if you want to be a loser who lets life pass you by, don't go to the Waverly Boogie.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't go. But if you want to learn,
I feel that that's an indictment. Right
No, Pat. You just didn't know yet. It's like the light of God or something. You just hadn't been exposed to it yet. And we're preaching the boogie here because if you want the boogie, but there's no haters. You understand?
Yeah.
If you come there without the attitude of gratitude, I will personally run over. They won't hurt you in Waverly, but they have me deputized to hurt people, and I will run over you with a rented Charger.
Yeah, how was that Charger? Where did you rent that from the airport?
I rented that from the airport in Richmond.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was, they told me that. I said, I need someone with a trunk, you understand, because I had to haul some things, if you will.
Yeah.
And I want something serious, because I needed some stuff to listen to on the ride.
You gotta have Elvis radio if you're in a Charger.
I know, I had to have my Elvis radio.
On covert ops,
Yeah, they have a repeat button in it, so they played If You're Gonna Love Me, Love the Life I Lead, and I put that on repeat all the way to south of the border, where I lost my tooth. But that's another story for another time.
Yeah, that's that'll be next episode. Yeah,
we boogied Waverly. What county is Waverly in again?
So Waverly actually sits right on the line of Lee County and Chambers County, but for this, we'll call it Lee County. But yeah, man, we had a hell of a time. It was good. So you said you're thinking about making this an annual pilgrimage.
Yeah, I mean, I have to boogie. You understand? There's a place I need to go to boogie. You understand? Maybe we have Pad Boogie on down. You understand? Part of the three-headed monster.
I'm telling you, we gotta do that. We gotta do that run down there. But yeah, that was.
No, let's also shout out to Rivers Mama. Let's shout out to the Moss Man, the Bug Man.
That's right. Yeah,
all our friends at the lake house that night.
Yeah, that's right. We went to the lake house afterwards and sat on the porch. Just an all-around great day.
It really was, and it was just so stoned. And your mama. Let's shout out to Rivers Mama and Daddy.
Yeah,
and let's shout out to the best fried chicken.
I was
in Lee
just
County.
about to say Panny George's Kitchen. I got to expose Mr. Goodnight to my favorite soul food place in Auburn. And maybe in the whole damn country. Panny George's Kitchen, which is named for the owner, Panny, and her husband, George. So Panny George's Kitchen. And we stood in a big long line of church folks, but we eventually made our way to the front. And the look on your face when you bit into the chicken, I've never seen anything quite like it.
I almost had tears in my eyes. It was a Sunday morning. Because it was a religious experience.
Like I was eating my food and I was like, Goodnight's kind of quiet. And I looked over and you were just kind of like staring at the chicken with your eyes as wide as saucers. And you're like, I'm having a religious experience.
It was incredible. It was the way it was moist and all that. It was with that little bit of the hot sauce and things.
Yes,
real easy on the stomach.
Yeah,
not greasy, moist all the way through. All right. Here's the thing.
It's magic chicken.
It was like homemade type stuff.
Yeah.
I think of the best chicken I ever tasted, there was the one at Yellowhammered. But that was a lot fancier.
Right.
It had a lot more breading and spice and all that. So I think that individual piece is still number one.
Right.
But for a week-to-week kind of place, because they're in different places anyway. If you're in Lee County or if you're in Auburn, Alabama, you have to go to Panny George's because this chicken was incredible. You have to have this stuff down.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't try to do anything stupid like pork chops or something like that.
Yeah. I was because they do have all their food's really good, but if you're a first timer, you gotta get that chicken. It's funny because you go in that place, especially on a Sunday, it is half church people and then half hungover college students. So
an excellent mix.
The line is just like people in the nicest clothes they own and the worst clothes they own. So I don't know. It was fantastic.
It was fun. We had us. We had Nick and Matt McCall. We had the Mouse Man and the Mouse Woman.
Yeah.
We had
the Mouse Woman.
Who else did we have? Was that everybody? Well, there was me, of course. Was that everybody?
Yeah.
And then when you're done eating the chicken, you can go outside and there's that little drainway type run creek thing down there, and there's
turtles.
Turtles, yeah. I was looking at the turtles, and that really made my day.
Just a hell of a trip down there, man.
Yeah, it really was. Auburn, is always the most wonderful place on the plains, and Waverly is the boogie jam of the United States. I officially declare Waverly, Alabama, and the Waverly Boogie awesome.
That's a hell of an endorsement.
That is.
And last thing, shout out to Wild Man Steve.
Wild Man Steve. Now here's the thing, understand that if this was a bacchanalia of just boogie, if there was a Dionysus who presided over all of this was the man, Wild Man Steve. People walking by and their eyes was bugging out, and they was like, "Is that Wild Man Steve?"
Yeah.
Wild Man Steve is a legend of this carnival.
Well, I mean, you automatically get respect if you're blank man name, Wolfman Jack, Wild Man Steve.
Well, Wild Man Steve,
this guy has major local propers. He's not one of them fellers where it's like, oh, he's Wild Man Steve because he, did something crazy at a party once.
Yeah, no.
This guy is like almost like a Wolfman Jack in a way, but more.
Well, he's got the two
like a collective hippie uncle for like the entire area.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, he's got two. He's got propers in two areas. He starting in the early '80s through the late '90s ran Wild Man Steve Records, which was like the best record store in town. And it wasn't just a name; like he was there every day. And so when you went, Wild Man was man the counter, and you could talk music with him. And he's one of those guys that can talk.
And why did all the cool kids go there?
Well, because he would sell parental advisory CDs to anybody.
And he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, it's where I bought the Chronic 2001.
I mean, all the kids have to get Wu-Tang forever. So
yeah, they do. And Wild Man was like, yeah, man, whatever. But he's a big Frank Zappa guy. Frank Zappa's his hero. So for that reason, because Zappa spanned every genre, Wild Man Steve can talk pretty much any genre of music, and he's just very, very knowledgeable about music. And while he was still running the store, it was in that era where the record stores, unfortunately, a lot of independent record stores went under because it was right at the beginning of Napster and all that shit. And his store was closing up. At the same time, he was hired to be the night guy at one of the local radio stations. And after that show became successful, he was moved to the morning guy. And then after that show became successful, they just made him the program director. So he changed the format of this radio station, 99.9 The Rock. And all throughout high school, I should say, it was just like this incredible station where you could turn it on and you'd hear Wild Man in the mornings, and then all of Wild Man's weird friends doing shows. Like my favorite was a guy named Professor Peter, who just sounded like a cigarette, just one of those guys like, this is Professor Peter, and this is Sunday Rock Vespers. And that was the name of his show. And Sunday Rock Vespers was where he just played pretty explicitly like smoke weed and listen to this kind of music. So just the real.
Because usually that's good. Because usually 99.9 The Rock sounds like something. It'd be like, all fog hat all the time.
No. He would just play the jam of Can You Hear Me Knocking? It's like just that part. Yeah. Not the hard edge shit at the beginning. That's a little too harsh for Sunday Rock Festers. He would just fade in right at the jam. But yeah, so anyway.
99.9 The Rock, it's September. Choke on this block of bad company.
But yeah, so Wild Man, for that reason, local legend has been for years, and he actually used to host the Boogie himself. So we've swapped off over the years. So.
Yeah, but no haters on that. What's the sign say?
No, there's
haters.
No, there's nothing. It was just he couldn't do it one year, and then the next year he was just like, no, it's cool, whatever. So. He's super chill. He's there no matter what. So it's one of those things.
He's there to boogie.
He's there to boogie, and I get it because it's stressful because there's a lot of times where I'm like, I'll hear a band go like, you guys want to hear one more? And I'm like, oh shit! And I have to run all the way back because they're about to. Also, last one, and I promise this is the last.
Rivers, by the way, I want to know. I'm going to say this. Sorry to interrupt, but I'm going to say this.
Okay.
Because it has to be said. You understand?
Yeah.
But Rivers did a really good job hosting this damn thing too.
Oh, thank you.
He really did.
Thank you, Mr. Goodnight, for saying what needed to be said.
It's true, damn it, because that crowd, they just loved it. You understand? And there was no, you was spectacular, Rivers.
Well, thank you. And I got my big dumb cowboy hat. I had to wear it on the plane because I couldn't pack it. So.
Well, I know I've had to do that many a time.
I guess I'm just talking. I'm preaching.
Now you know why I
here.
showed up with my Longhorns hat. Because Rivers was dressed like me when I got there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, when you showed up, you said you're like, yo, man,
switched.
You're dressed like me, and I'm dressed like you.
I was resplendent in golf shirt and Longhorns hat. I mean, seriously, I was a stud with that and a Charger.
Oh yeah.
Well, they're like, who's a strange man from Augusta?
I was just about to say,
is he a high school football coach?
Coming out the Masters like a bat out of hell, Daddy. Tearing up the links with dynamite.
And I scored higher than anybody else on that leaderboard.
All right, Pat, what are we doing today? It's just the three of us, by
It's
the
just the three of us.
We can make it if we try.
And we're going to have another Tournament of Death.
All right.
It's a Tournament of Death, kid. What we do is we have a tournament, and it could be who would win in a fight, but we've opened it up a little bit. You know, it's kind of a mixture of what we did with the Worst Songs tournament, right? Or who would win in a fight. So we have a potpourri of options here.
Okay.
And we have, we each thought of three.
Yeah.
So we put them in the hat. We're going to draw them. I'm going to read off the ones that aren't the case. And then how many entrants will we have? 8?
Yes.
Eight entity tournament. And we'll figure them out, and then we'll debate and see who will be the ultimate fighter, or the worst of a particular type, or the best of a particular type, if we have the power of positivity under our hands. You know,
so it is going to be awesome.
So I'm mixing it up right now.
Let's call it the bracket racket.
Yeah, the bracket racket. Yeah.
There we go. The lethal lottery, if you will.
The lethal lottery. There we go.
Point of phrase.
And it's going to be in this tournament. I believe you is much better than the tag team match of Firebreaker Chip and Ron Simmons versus Tommy Rich and PN News, or whatever team they throw together. So here we go. All right, so let's see what ones are not going to be picked.
Okay.
We do it in reverse.
Yeah.
Who would win in a fight amongst giant movie monsters?
Okay.
That did not happen.
All right.
Well, I really wanted to see how far Ghidra would get.
Members of the Traveling Wilburys who would win in a fight. We can't really do an 8-man tournament with that, though.
Yeah.
So we might have to mix together like the Traveling Wilburys and the Highwaymen or something like that.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. But you know,
I
that's
think
not
the
going to be.
Highwaymen would probably win.
Yeah,
I was gonna say.
we're not going to cross that bridge. Which Steve would win in a fight? So fights amongst dudes named Steve. Who would win in a fight amongst movie villains? That's not going to happen. We have our first non-fight one. Worst fast food restaurants.
Oh man.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious Captain D's would win, but
I don't know, man. I'm no fan of Hard D's
oh yeah.
or Carl's Jr., which I dislike even more.
Well, it's the same thing. Best cover / tribute bands, real or fictional.
Okay.
Which I think would probably be just us listing off fake fictional ones.
Can I put in a vote for Dwight Yoakam's band and Sling Blade?
Mine would be 9/11, the conspiracy theory themed 311 band. Which may or may not be a thing. Also, we don't have who would win a fight amongst glam rock bands.
Okay.
Yeah, so we won't know who would win between Slade and
And the Sweet.
and the Sweet.
My money was on the New York Dolls.
Yeah, the New York Dolls would totally win that. They were the ultimate.
They were tough.
The consummate badasses. You
Yeah.
know. So the winner is. Who would win in a huge melee of Woodstock 99 artists? So basically, it's a tournament of which Woodstock 99 artists would win. Woodstock 99 was probably the death of rock and roll.
That was the end. Yeah.
Yeah, I
The
think
mud spattered death.
it was just the end of rock and roll, I think. And we're going to see which bands will win in a fight in a tournament amongst them. I hope they all lose for what they did to rock and roll culture. So yeah, we'll just see who would win in a fight in a melee of Woodstock 99 artists. So let's take it out with don't we always take it out with Amy by the Pure Prairie League?
Well, we've been changing it up. This is Early Morning Rise.
Oh, okay.
Pure
So there we go.
Cause he loved you like a brother, now he's gone again. But there's still a lot of love light in your eyes, and you sure know how to keep a man alive.
This is Gordon Soley from the Tournament of Death Control Center.
That was Pure Prairie League.
That was Pure Prairie League, I think. And, well, we have now Dr. Pat Riley with the brackets for our Tournament of Death. Pat?
This is not Pat Riley. This is Gordon Soley with the
Are we
drawings
all doing
of
Gordon
the with the drawing of the brackets for the Lethal Lottery. We had regional contests amongst the various days on Woodstock '99, and there were a number of strong competitors, but we have taken the best 4 of each day. The 23rd.
Yeah, we each took a day. So I took Friday, the 23rd of July.
Gordon Soley took the 24th, and Gordon Soley took the 25th.
Yeah, and by the way, just for any Woodstock purists out there who are looking this up, there was a Thursday,
Yes.
and Thursday
There's one every week, actually.
but there was a Thursday part of the festival, and we just wanted to acknowledge that there are some Thursday bands that would be sort of contenders. Particularly, I'm here looking at Third Base.
Yeah.
Third Base.
There's only 3 of
Yeah,
them.
ask Vanilla Ice. They definitely can handle themselves.
MC Search, man, Pop Goes the Weasel. That dude, I wouldn't fuck with that guy.
Oh, of course.
And then I don't know who Frostbit Blue is, but it sounds scary. Let's.
Yeah, Frostbit Blue is a flavor of Four Loko. Actually, actually, it's a flavor of Powerade. My bad.
According to Spotify, this their biggest song is called Lake Ontario Twilight.
With 2,700 spins.
It's got 2,700 spins. So just imagine, it's Thursday. The weekend's gonna go great. Everything's gonna work out. This is my week, man.
Yeah. This is my week to relive.
I was at the first Woodstock, and I'm gonna die at this one. Well, no, I'm probably not gonna die. I don't think anything else is gonna happen. Anyway, this is Frostbit Blue, man. These guys are kind of cool.
Yeah, but the
mellow way to start
It
out.
really is. This is boring as
A
fuck.
tournament of death.
This is not Woodstock. This is the Pure Moods Festival.
yeah. Well, this is
This is the calm before the storm.
yeah, and what a hideous storm it was.
What a hideous calm it
Wait.
is.
Oh, it turned into Dave Matthews all of a sudden.
This sounds like more of that AM radio bumper music.
Yeah. All right, here's Gordon Sully with the weather.
Yes. Oh God, I can't
All right,
even.
we're done.
I can't even do the stupid
Can't even
character.
do it.
But the thing about the Thursday was that there were 2 contenders that were essentially our Tecmo Bowl Bo Jackson and Tecmo Bowl Christian Okoye of this tournament, which would be George Clinton
Yeah.
and James Brown himself.
Yeah. So if George Clinton and James Brown entered this contest, it would just be a fight between them two. I mean,
Yeah.
It
it's
would
not
be
a melee.
difficult. George Brown has a lot of people and a mothership.
Yeah.
George Clinton, you mean? He said George Brown.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to get a lot of names wrong.
Yeah.
You notice when you can see I misspelled one of the names on the cards.
Yeah.
But there are Odd Job, there are Bo Jackson and Tecmo Bowl. We're taking them out of the running because George Clinton and James Brown are too badass for a melee. They would,
Especially a Woodstock '99
especially
melee.
with these fucking jabronis. They're by far the coolest people there. So and yeah. So
let's throw it back to the control center.
oh yeah.
Yes, we are doing the drawing. There will be 4 bands or artists that will be left out of the tournament due to the draws, and they will be entered into a consolation bracket if there is TV time remaining. So let us draw the contest. In the first round, the first matchup will be the band Metallica, and they will be facing off against the formidable entity of the band Krieg. The band Creed.
It is Krieg.
That means war in German.
The band Creed featuring Robbie Krieger.
Yeah, it is Krieg.
Following them in the bracket will be Kid Rock,
Oh God.
followed by the
You mean the next senator from Michigan?
followed by the
Well, this is the early days.
followed by the rock and roll stylings of the band Mo from the Friday night lineup.
Yeah, well, here I put Mo on my team, and I think it's because you guys don't know what
We don't know Mo.
you don't know Mo yet.
On the other side of the bracket, we will have the band Limp Bizkit from the fighting city of Jacksonville, Florida.
Fighting out of the swamps of Jacksonville.
Yeah, look out because
Following,
it could be a fight.
facing off against former collaborator Ice Cube.
Oh yeah.
See, this is going to be a fight.
Yep.
They have previously met in the Family Values Tour 1998.
They were pictured together flipping off the camera.
And the final matchup will be the Red Hot Chili Peppers from the 25th versus the Insane Clown Posse.
I never thought I'd root for the Chili Peppers so hard.
And the remaining artists, which I'm very sad that they're not included. DMX, Willie Nelson, Korn, and Godsmack. The formidable foursome of Godsmack. Fighting out of Boston, Massachusetts. I don't even know if they're from Boston, but, anything like Godsmack should be produced from a town as terrible as Boston.
Well, it seems to me like a Western Mass kind of thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Springfield.
Yeah. So this is a great tournament. So
and I think in the considering the news over the past week or so with the Fire Festival down in Jamaica, this is kind of perfect because this is. Did you hear about this? Like Ja Rule, the rapper, had a festival essentially.
I'm glad you pointed that out.
Essentially for millionaires on an island.
Because there's nobody that wants to hang out, that millionaires want to hang out more with than Ja Rule.
It's murder. But
what did they do?
Baby girl, throw it on me.
It was this.
The only millionaires that would want to hang around with Ja Rule are like Central Asian despots that are having birthday parties.
Dance for my daughter.
Dance for my daughter.
So he did a concert on some little place like they exiled Napoleon to, like St. Helena. So you had to be real rich.
My
to
daughter,
go.
yes, be Ashanti, yes.
Let her sing Ashanti's part.
Because the way y'all were talking about it, I thought he just had he found all the richest people in the world, and he was like, "Come on, party on this island with me."
That's what it was supposed to be, and then the whole thing was just this like gigantic disaster.
Yeah, it was a debacle. It was essentially Bottle Service, the music festival.
Music festival, yeah.
The Bottle Service Music Festival, and
basically Ja Rule stranded a bunch of people on an island.
and all they could eat was Kraft single sandwiches, which is
So
I would take that over Woodstock '99 any day of the week, honestly.
So I mean, in the spirit of the news of the past couple weeks, I mean, this is sort of appropriate.
It's tropical.
It's become tropical again. That's what's good about it.
Yeah, well, and Woodstock '99 was kind of the original, except instead of millionaires, this was more of the common man's festival.
And and nobody got assaulted at at the Fire Festival.
Well, and Woodstock turned into a fire festival by the end.
There was literally a dumpster fire all over the place.
Yes. So this really.
And there's going to be dumpster fires today, actually, when they fight to the death.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's going to be violence.
So let's start out with the first matchup that we can pull from. It is the band Metallica in their full Reload phase, facing off against Creed featuring Robbie Krieger.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Yeah.
I mean, I've probably said this before on this podcast, but I have a scientific theory that the quality of Metallica is inverse to how much James Hetfield looks like Mark McGuire.
I think you're right.
Because he was going in, he was...
This was the zenith of the McGuire.
Oh, yeah, this was peak Big Mac.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me hair like Mark McGuire. We used to say this sounds like a rocked up Hot Wheels commercial.
Oh, wow, look, it did a loop-de-loop.
Listen, though, it's driving. Though.
It
Think
is.
about it. It's pulsing, it's driving.
Oh, yeah.
I think these boys can fight, and I definitely think James can fight.
That was my point. I think actually this is actually a pretty good matchup because Hetfield is the legit badass.
Yeah, Hetfield's a tough dude.
And
he's a tough customer.
No, think about this.
No, I mean, I'm not.
Hetfield's tough. Hetfield's
I'm not
tough.
disrespecting Hetfield by my thing.
No,
Hetfield is.
Not only is Hetfield tough, Lars is the son of a tennis athlete.
Oh,
Jason Newsted. Newsted is tough from all that hazing he had to put up with from the other members.
Yeah, that's actually a good question. When we talk about this lineup, we're talking about in 1999.
Oh yeah,
right?
no.
Okay.
So there's no Robert Trujillo.
Because Robert Trujillo would be your he calls himself Donkey Kong.
Yeah, no.
Like,
He is Roman Reigns.
Yeah, but he was. This
He's-
was before he was.
Yeah,
in
oh,
the
yeah,
band.
Yeah, and likewise, we can't include Cliff Burton, who's got that kind of.
He would have kicked some ass.
Yeah. Anybody with that wispy of a mustache could,
Yeah.
definitely cause some mayhem.
Can we just all admit that despite the fact he's a great guitar player, Kirk Hammett's getting knocked the fuck out of him?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I think Kirk Hammett can hold his own. I
Really?
think Lars is the first one to go.
Okay, all right.
Well, Lars certainly deserves it, but James is a fucking machine, and I think if they fight together as Metallica,
Yeah.
and they have
But
that
they can't.
drive,
But
and
they
that
don't have
aggression.
that cohesion. If you watch Some Kind of Monster,
Yeah.
they can't really work as a formidable unit.
That was what I was going to bring up,
Yeah.
is that they kind of have a similar problem with Creed, because we've all seen him with no shirt. Scott Stapp is fucking ripped up, man. He's a physical specimen, particularly in '99. Now the Jabrones and Alter Bridge, the backup band behind him, Stappless Creed, aka Alter Bridge. I don't know what kind of game they're bringing. I think that's why I think the Metallica and Creed are kind of a perfect match for one another, because they do have that kind of vascularity in the front man, but
Yeah.
then you're kind of lacking in the bench a little bit.
Well, there have been times when Metallica was tougher than they were in this '99 era, but Metallica is a tough band, and Metallica focuses a lot of aggression together on stage as a tight unit. And I think if Metallica can fight like they play on stage,
yeah. All right. Now
I think they can be a fearsome weapon.
Hetfield can take, he could take motorcycle accidents. He can take getting burnt on
yeah,
stage.
that's right. Yeah.
Exactly.
He
with
did. He
phosphorus
alone.
blasts. Yeah,
He
did.
alone could, I think, maybe
he's
whoop
a
everybody.
beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we should hear a little bit of what Creed's bringing to the table. This is the actual recording.
30 years ago, at the original Woodstock, this man we're about to introduce decided not to play.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think the Doors were at the original
We
Woodstock.
called him up and said, "Hey man,
Hey man.
Hey man,
with us.
I'm Scott Stapp.
You're from the Doors, man."
You know what he sounds like? It
Sounds like he's really
sounds like Bray Wyatt. I'm the eater of worlds, man. Randy.
You guys great or what?
You guys is great or what? Yeah, so this is their. Yeah.
Oh, I've heard this.
Yeah, this is Creed doing the Doors, man. Follow the buzzards.
Oh yeah.
At least he's in a band with a bass player this time.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, it's he actually does a better job than Ian Astbury of the Cult when it comes
Yeah,
to.
fuck yeah. No, like I'm not actually going to bury Scott Stapp as hard as you might think in this situation, because he's doing what he should have been doing the whole time, a fucking Doors cover band.
Yeah.
If he had just been a Doors cover band and not been Creed.
But you have to be fair. They had to play the rest of their oeuvre during
They
their
took
set.
they took him higher.
Yeah.
Is he supposed to be?
What if I?
Actually, '99 Creed probably would have been about the height of their powers,
It
so
was
they're in
the-
their prime.
Yeah.
Tip top of their powers.
But
yeah.
this fella is supposed to be Tough, the singer.
Yeah, man, because you remember, like, in the video for Hire, he's got no shirt on and he's got muscles, man. He's
But what's the rest of the band like? That's
well,
a
that
key
was
question.
that was what I was saying. That's why I said,
Wispy Guitar Center employees, essentially.
yeah. That's
So then, basically, this comes down to James and
Versus
the
Scott
singer,
Stapp.
James versus Scott Stapp.
But you have to throw Robbie Krieger in there, which is
an old man.
Oh shit! That's the fucking wild card.
yeah. I this is a toughie actually.
a
At
toughie.
first I was like, oh, this is a no-brainer, but
Yeah.
I think I have an idea, but yeah, what do you guys think?
I'm going Creed.
You're going Creed?
Well, I actually thought Metallica was going to go all the way, but I think this particular fight at the beginning comes down to James and this Scott fella.
Scott Stapp. Yeah.
And I don't think I'm going to give James respect. I don't think anybody can beat James. But when you threw in that wild card with Krieger, I'm seeing a Bobby Heenan like running in this fight. And Maybe I'll have to give it to Creed just because this was Creed's moment.
It's gonna be unanimous because Creed featuring Robbie Krieger brings me so much joy that I want to hold on to this moment forever. So sorry, Metallica.
Okay, but that doesn't mean we have to listen to it, though, Rivers. That's just kind of... That's cruel and unusual punishment, even in a fighting tournament.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, there it is. First round. Metallica's out, man.
Yeah, I know.
I'm surprised. James, don't blame me, man. I believe in you.
Yeah, I do,
It's
too.
Lars who's sort of the penis wrinkle in the band.
Yeah, I know. Lars is the weak point. Lars
He
would just
really
muck
is.
everything up.
He has seniority because he's like a founding member, but he's the least talented member of the fucking band.
Yeah, and during the whole thing, his dad's gonna be like, Lars, your fighting ability is very suboptimal. I don't understand. His dad was a badass.
I know. Well, if his dad was in the fight, it might have been another
Yeah,
story.
if you could switch out with family members, but you can't. Yeah. So there. So on the other side of the bracket, at the same level, we have Limp Bizkit versus Ice Cube. You know, Fred Durst has a jazz night in L.A.
I thought you had to play instruments to play
No,
jazz.
he's the MC of a jazz night.
Wait, what? He has a jazz night?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like his own Goldblum jazz night, except he doesn't perform. He's just like, here's some jazz. Bruh.
Why haven't we gone to this?
I just read about it, so we haven't had the opportunity to.
So this is breaking news here
Let's
and now.
go. What the
Yeah.
fuck? Why? Let's go now. When is it?
I'm not sure, but
Okay. Anyway, we're
the basis of 1/3 of the jokes that you'll hear about at open mics
Yeah.
is
yeah.
postulations on this song.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, we can go and find out.
Why was it such a good day? You know?
Yeah. Is he always using his AK? Is he
I know.
used to this sort of behavior?
Who's this Kim girl? Yeah,
Is she different than the girl he's wanted to fuck since the 8th grade?
yeah, I know. Are we all really Kim?
Yeah.
Those are questions. So we have O'Shea Jackson himself, Ice Cube.
O.J. Jackson Sr.
Senior, yes.
Yeah. Versus Limp
Bizkit.
All right, I have to make a confession here. I always get Ice Cube and Ice T mixed up. So which one is the
So,
one that's
Ice-
in Triple X?
Ice-T is Triple X. I'm sorry, Ice Cube is Triple X. Ice-T is Law and Order SVU.
Okay, well, no, then that tears it. Ice Cube is going to kick ass.
That's
Yeah, Ice-T can kick ass too, if, you know.
That may be,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
mean, this guy is in Triple X and he works with Xander Cage, so that makes him awesome by
yeah,
association.
you just show up with a grenade launcher and take care
Yeah.
of business.
Oh, that's a spoiler reference.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. That's poor form.
If you haven't seen the return of Xander Cage yet,
Go out and fucking
go
see
out
it.
and see
Yeah.
it. It's in a dollar theater near you.
It is good.
Ice Cube, his credentials are go without saying. I mean,
Yeah, one of the greatest hip hop artists of all time. One of the greatest, just musicians ever, man.
And he
He's,
works with Xander Cage.
Works with Xander Cage. Has produced some incredible albums. Been the star of one of the best comedies of all time, Friday.
Yeah.
1999 too, man.
great Jerry Curl.
Great Jerry Curl. 99, I would say this is probably the height of his powers because this would be right before Next Friday came out. This would have been
We be clubbing.
this would be
Yeah.
during the Up in Smoke tour, so
Yeah,
it would have been around the time where him and Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and Eminem were all going on tour together.
Powerful.
Yeah, man.
Powerful.
Yeah, so Ice Cube and I think Fred Durst probably wouldn't even disagree with me.
Yeah, there's 5 guys in Limp Bizkit, but really think about it.
Ice Cube's
West Borland. You think West Borland can handle
here's how you fight.
all the blackout contact lenses in the world?
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
The easiest way to fight West Borland is you just rake paint off of his face and into his eyes.
Yeah,
And he's done.
yeah,
How's he gonna
absolutely.
come back from that?
There's not enough pinch harmonics on a 7-string Ibanez that can defend you from Cube's wrath.
So the only stuff that's going to get broke is Limp Bizkit's asses when Ice Cube gets his grenade launcher on them.
DJ Lethal can't save him.
Yeah, and this is when.
And now the best part is we don't have to listen to their music.
well, we haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah.
You're sick, Rivers. I mean, you did a good job with the boogie and everything, but you're fucking sick, man.
I wonder how long it took him to do the cookie rhyme.
cookie. I think
Yeah.
about 10 seconds.
Well, no, because he could have gone with Bookie.
I like that
You know?
hold on. I like that they do the Pixies thing here. They like go real loud and then it's quiet again. You know?
Sure. I came into this world as a reject. Look into these eyes and you see the size of the flame.
I think I fucking.
Wait, he said, I love when he goes, then you see the size of the flames. Hot! Like you didn't get it.
Wait. And I'm just a sucker with a lump in my throat. Hey,
So what I would submit, and I'll jack it back up when we get to the chorus. What I would submit for Limp Bizkit winning this, I'm invoking the Rooney Rule here. All they would have to do was start playing some music, man. And Cube would drop,
And it would give him brain damage.
like
Do you think
anybody.
Cube isn't smart enough to put earplugs in and things?
But he was on the same tour as him. He could have said, I did it all for the nookie, and then I saw my bookie. You know?
No, what is the cookie shit?
Yeah. Or he took a dookie.
yeah.
Absolute
He
musical
could have played.
trash.
He could have played hooky.
I could've-
You know. He could have talked. He could have met with Mookie Wilson.
I did it all for the nookie because I'm not a rookie. I mean, that's
Yeah, I know,
lame,
yeah.
but it makes sense.
Yeah. 'cause
Why is
a rookie? Yeah, a rookie would have gotten
Wouldn't have
chumped
went
out.
for the nookie.
Yeah. The rookie would. The rookie wouldn't have been in for the nookie.
Why was Nookie a word that needed to be reintroduced to the lexicon? That's really,
Yeah, I know. That was sort of like an old
it's like a
one.
60s word.
I know.
You know?
They could have gone with whoopee.
Yeah.
I did it all for the whoopee.
And it's Whoopi Goldberg just like, she's in the video dancing.
Yeah.
That'll happen on the Tonight Show soon. Just watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wish
absolutely.
it happened back then. 'Cause
And
it
it'll
would've
be
been better than this.
lip sunk by
Limp sunk.
lip sunk, lip synced by Kate Upton or something.
All right, I'm voting Bizkit.
I am voting for Cube
I'm with the fucking Cube, man.
because
All right.
Limp Bizkit, they're responsible for destroying Woodstock '99. I hold them personally responsible for causing the mayhem and causing the ruckus that basically led it to be a black mark on American popular music of the 20th century. So,
well, Triple X done took they ass out. You understand?
so he beat them. No Vaseline. Yeah, check.
The best. The best thing about this song is that whenever this comes on, I don't know if it's going to be Ice Cube or Grandmaster Flash right at the beginning, and I'm always excited either way, because either way, I'm down.
I still am trying to figure out what he means by your ass is just twan. Sure,
know.
why not? He
Cube advances.
Cube advances. The next matchup, ooh, and this is a goodie. The Red Hot Chili Peppers versus the Insane Clown Posse.
well, once again, the critical question whenever Chili Peppers come up is what lineup was this?
So this is the 99 lineup, which
that
is...
We're talking
Shanti.
Chad Smith, John Frusciante, Anthony Kiedis, and Flea.
So this was Californication?
This is, yeah.
Oh, that was their best record in years, man.
Yeah, this was the...
I think that might be their best one.
that's my favorite.
It has a scar tissue.
Yep. This is the opening track. I mean, when you're starting off this strong, listen to the bass licks. And this is the one where he does the ding dang dong dong ding dang in a weird, slightly offensive Asian voice.
Ding dang ding dong ding dong dong.
I think those are the
ding,
words.
dang.
Ding dang dong dong ding ding dong dong ding dang, and that's how he sings it. So
Yeah.
I'm not. Oh yeah, the
Motherfucker didn't come from California.
This is the point where he just started listing off geographical features.
yeah.
Where he just Kansas.
Alabama baby say hallelujah. That's the part I would always mark out for. Alabama baby say hallelujah.
Straight out of Azerbaijan with my with my Baku.
My Baku.
That's the capital.
I thought it was like some weird thing he was calling his dick my Baku.
Sure.
I went to Azerbaijan with my Baku.
I mean, what does getting down with the Bow Wow really mean? You know.
Man, I got
Doing it doggy style.
But
That's what
I'm
it means.
gonna make this point, right? And Kiedis can't fight.
What?
If you've ever watched Point Break, you know Kiedis
Oh, okay. Yeah.
cannot fight.
Okay, what about Flea?
You know, Flea's cool.
Can he fight?
Sure, I think, you know, he's an Australian, you know.
Yeah.
Australians are hardy people that can
They
get
do.
wild.
They do love to fight.
What
Yeah.
about what about
and he hung around the you know, decline of Western civilization LA punk scene. So he was in the band Fear.
Okay.
And nobody got as much audience hate. So he is fearless, no pun intended.
That's true. No, well, here's the thing. and
So
I-
he's fighting
Yeah.
tough.
Now John Frusciante,
He had drug problem, but did that stop
Yeah.
his fighting?
I don't know, man. Heroin's one of those ones that just can't that kind of wipes you out. And Chad Smith is a big dude.
Yes, yeah. So
He's a big fit man.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I have never seen Frusciante in the lineup, but Joe Raines and I, we mentioned this on the show. We went and saw the Chili Peppers at the Staples Center recently. Those motherfuckers are doing cardio for an hour and a half straight.
Oh yeah, they're fit. They're fit
They
guys.
are insanely fit. And Insane Clown Posse, if we know anything about these motherfuckers, they drink fucking Faygo all day long and are extremely out of shape.
Shut up.
Yeah, but they hire Ric Flair. So what if they
Yeah.
brought in like Ric
Yeah.
Flair or
Yeah,
something
they had
like that?
Vampiro with them and shit.
Yeah.
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 They did. They collectively did 20 minutes of hardcore action against Mike Awesome, where Violent J got power bombed off the Partridge Family bus, and still survived. So
Oh, this is the song "What Is a Juggalo." Have you guys ever heard this? This explains what a juggalo is.
What is a juggalo? Let me think for a second. Oh, he gets butt naked. And streets winking at freaks with a 2-liter stuck in his butt cheek. What is a juggalo?
So a juggalo is somebody who shoves a cola bottle in his ass?
Yeah, dude.
now I know where Scott Steiner gets a lot of his rhymes from.
What is a juggalo?
He drinks like a fish, and then he starts hugging people like a drunk bitch. Next,
Yeah. Okay.
then he starts with the hugging again. Fuck. What is a
A
juggalo?
juggalo sounds like a real dipshit from the song.
Where's the line about them hanging out in front of Esbaro at the
It's
mall?
a juggalo.
They rule the food court at the Melbourne Square Mall in Florida.
No, now I gotta say, I think people are going to be shocked at how much I don't bury these guys. Got a lot of respect for them.
Oh, yeah.
Great businessmen.
Yeah. Very
they-
self-aware.
Very self-aware.
Very self-aware.
Yeah, yeah.
So they know that they suck?
It's it's not that. It's that they know that they have, people just eating out of the palm of their hands, and they are. If there was
Self-deprecating.
they're self-deprecating.
Yeah.
They're merchandising geniuses. If they are the Walt Disney of new metal.
Well, how many of them are there?
There's two.
Well, there's two.
Oh, so that's not many people, and there's 4 Chili Peppers.
But listen, Insane Clown Posse in the business, man.
Yeah, that's true. They're
They've
workers.
been let in the business, brother.
Yeah.
They've been
Yeah.
let in.
But did they have any wrestlers with them then? And does that
Yeah.
count?
They would have been wrestling.
Yeah.
Were they in the Oddity still, or
Yeah,
had they moved to WCW?
No,
by
I
then?
mean,
They
did they have them at Woodstock
Oh, at
99?
Woodstock
Are they
99.
allowed in the
They
fight?
were rocking out with John Tenta and
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Kurgan.
Avalanche was their +1.
Yeah.
Whoa, Avalanche was there? Because if they had Tenta at 99,
Oh.
they might go all the way.
Yeah, Tenta's a bad man. But I'd say the Insane Clown Posse, because I've watched enough Juggalo Championship wrestling that I know these guys can work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going ICP.
Going ICP?
No offense to the Red Hot the
Yeah.
Chili Peppers, but I'd say ICP definitely gets my plaudits, definitely gets my credits. And
Okay.
let me tell you something. Shaggy Two Dope can throw a Hurricane Rana like a mother.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, man, they are workers. All right,
Yeah.
what do you think? Good night.
I'll let you be the decider.
You think so? All right. It's
So you're going Red Hots?
Well, yeah, I just can't see how they'd win the fight unless the other guys had the wrestlers. But if you think it's ICP, just go with it, brother.
it's power moves versus work rate. we're talking Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles here.
Yeah.
As far as that goes. Oh my God. Ugh, I'm going Insane Clown Posse.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
yes.
Does that mean we have to listen to more of them?
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, no.
I did want to play my favorite Insane Clown Posse
Homies.
song. Homies. Yeah, this one.
Like them little men you get from the vending machine.
This is almost like a.
Y'all know I love you. Y'all know you.
This is almost like Who Got the Hooch?
What is this?
Baby.
Southern rock
It's
juggalo?
Southern Rock Juggalos.
Let me ask you this about this life we live, and let me try to swerve some of this attention you give to them distant ass relatives over Hampton. And if they really missed you so much, why don't they just call and ask? If you wasn't blood, would you still have love? Or in fact, does the blood make you think you have to love? Look, I probably love my family more than anybody here, but my homies are family too. Third cousins, get out of here. Who was you?
We just gotta let it get to the chorus. The chorus is very uplifting.
Yeah.
Threw up all over your car and then felt worse than you about the shit in the morning.
Who loaned you money, homie? Who owes you cash? Who taught you how to use a barn for the grass? When you hit your first net, your homies was in your talking about
Homies! Homies! That's like a good summer jam.
These guys rule. And also, they've been named a gang by the FBI.
That's
so, you
the
know.
other thing I was
And
gonna
I'm not
bring
talking
up.
about the full-blooded Italians from ECW or the female booty inspectors from Venice Beach.
Real
Well, yeah, I'll
FBI.
tell you this. If Elvis actually did go undercover and fake his death, then he's doing a good job. I can't believe you two are closet juggalos. I don't mind about the fight. Y'all made a good case, but oh my God, look at the colors. The true colors come out.
You know what happened with me was me and Moss Man, we were hanging out and we got to talking about like one of the funniest like things that we could think of would be a guy in full Juggalo face paint delivering a Last Poor Yorick to a skull also in Juggalo face paint. So we wrote this little like sketch called Juggalo Community Theater, and it was about a Juggalo named Jachilles, and Jachilles is his erstwhile like kind of dumb companion was named Sleepy Three Kind Bud. And they had this like retinue of juggalos who Jachilles was like writing musicals and stuff like that. So we were starting to write a juggalo musical, and basically what happened was in the process of us writing this thing, we had to do all this research on the Insane Clown Posse and stuff like that because we wanted accuracy. And in the course of doing that and reading interviews with them, I'm like, oh, they're kind of brilliant. Like, I mean, it's fun to shit on them, but like I kind of understand
the great Malenko.
Yeah, so by the end of it, I mean, we'd written this really even-handed kind of thing, and it, it might have taken a bit of the bite out of it. But the reason we never went all the way with it is because that summer, Workaholics had a Juggalo episode, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia had a Juggalo episode. Like because it was when Magnets, How Do They Work? That whole the Miracles thing came out, so everybody was fucking talking about
bagging on jugs.
Yeah, so I was like, man, the market's crowded, and then Mossman graduated from college and moved away, and that all
What year was this?
2010.
I don't know how I missed the juggalo phrase.
Basically, you just narrated a white trash version of Summer of '69.
Got my first face paint over at the Halloween store.
We're writing a musical in the summer of '99.
Summer of Juggalo. Oh,
There was no one else involved.
shout out to Johnny Mose. Oh, check out his shit on Bandcamp, by the way. I'll link that. Check us out on Twitter. I'm going to put Johnny Mose has his.
So we have the final first round matchup.
Yes.
We have Kid Rock versus Mo.
Let's not forget now. This is Kid Rock when he had the midget still.
Yeah,
he had Joe C. He had the whole Brown Trucker band.
Yeah, this was Kid Rock when he was like a force.
And if you messed with him, radio edit.
Devil without a cause. Yeah. And I'm back with the beaver hat.
Some Ben Davis slacks.
Did he say the Beaver hat?
Beaver hat and Ben Davis slacks. In the cocaine.
Beaver hat?
Yeah, like
What
a
is
beaver
he,
skin
is he
hat.
Davy Crockett?
I like no Rogaine.
Davy Crockett was an American badass with a beaver hat, but this motherfucker.
And there's no Rogaine in the propane flow.
Selling rhymes.
I went platinum 7 times. That's all I remember from this song.
I guess because the only
Yeah, so let's
I
talk.
just think the Undertaker riding on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Booger Red.
Booger Red.
they call me cowboy.
I'm a singer in black. One finger in the air. Let me see where you're at.
Okay, I do remember this song.
Yeah, where he does
Never mind.
I don't know, man. This is pretty American badass right now, man. Who gonna fuck with American badass? I don't know who Mo is now.
Oh, yeah. No, just wait.
But who gonna fuck with American badass is what I want to know.
I love ACDC and ZZ Top. See his pixies in the Kings of Rock.
That's the moment, right? When he comes out.
40 No Joe Jones.
Oh yeah, name checks George Jones. Yeah. That's the moment, right? When Kid Rock made his turn into like weird Southern rock guy was when he was just like, I don't care about rap no more. Yeah.
I know. The more rock he got, the less good he got.
I mean, no, that's
Rock the Clash. Boy bands are trash. Master Flash.
I rock the Clash. Boy bands are trash.
I like Johnny Cash and Grandmaster Flash.
It's just a list of.
This guy's cool. I want to be his friend.
Yeah, I know. All right. Well, that's cool, man. So what do we think about Kid Rock's fighting style? Because then I'm gonna play you guys Mo. And I'm going to show you what
he plays every instrument.
That's true. And he does turntables and stuff, too. And he has Uncle Cracker with him in the band and Joe C.
Joe C is a key element.
He can kick you right in the fucking shin.
And
exactly. And he punches straight, he'll hit you right in the nuts.
Yeah. And the drummer that he had, the lady that was the drummer, looked like a tough customer.
Oh, that's right.
You have to be tough to roll with The Rock.
Yeah, that's true. He had
or
a pretty gnarly
maybe a
band.
few others.
Or maybe mentally insane.
Yeah. So one of the guys in the band looks like Wrestling Observer's Brian Alvarez, the short one.
So
they're a band, Mo?
Mo is a jam band from Buffalo, New York.
Well, one of them looks like Ryan Talmo. Holy shit. The one with the glasses. That's awesome. That's so cool.
And again, I guess this maybe didn't pan out with the Limp Bizkit thing, but I would again say that all Mo would have to do to win this fight is play a little bit of their music, and I think they would have it won.
Okay.
So if they just busted out guitars and hit this.
Super thick chunks of broken life and reality. As the dinner table comes to me. I think about my friend. I'm a road so long, a million miles or so. Too much for me, I got to go.
Do they dance when they sing this shit?
I do. I put on my hippie skirt. That's this time of year. Say it's nice this time of year on It's nice
this is all happy, peppy crap.
Jupiter, except for the meteor. It's a reference to the meteor storm in Jupiter in the mid '90s.
Oh, that's tropical.
This band sounds like Primus if they were homeschooled.
Primus? What? Nah, man. Speaking of Primus, man, have you seen Sanity, that tag team from NXT?
Yeah.
Their fucking themes.
Oh.
They do say super thick chunks. I think if you just got super thick chunks of broken light. No, I was going to say Sanity, their theme song is straight up Les Claypool ripoff.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress. Yeah.
But this band definitely has some ability to do harm with its music. But I think that Kid Rock is well acquainted enough with crappy music that he can stand listening to crappy music.
Yeah.
And stuff like this, he doesn't like boy bands. He really must think this is trash.
Well, you know what?
So he'll go into a rampage and he'll have his midget friend and the girl with the tough drama and Uncle Crapper.
Yeah, Uncle Crapper.
Cracker, whatever.
I will say, man, we were talking about Wildman Steve at the beginning of this episode. Wildman Steve has played with these guys before and actually brought them, like, one of the first concerts I ever went to was they shut down the street in downtown Auburn and fucking they had Mo out there and they were just, they were jamming. Here we go. Listen, this is the compression jam.
Oh, God.
Talkbox, baby.
Yeah, they call it the compression jam because I just shrunk up just in fear. I feel like I just watched a Faces with Death video in 5 seconds of audio. Christ.
Oh, God.
Jiminy Christmas.
I still don't know if they can fight though. These guys. I mean, are they tough? Is there a lot of people in the band?
There's 5 of them, so it's probably pretty similar to Kid Rock's outfit.
Oh my God.
Do they have Wildman Steve with them in the fight?
I mean, he might be back there on the washboard.
And they're too cool to use capitalization. So,
Yeah.
oh my God.
I don't know. You're trying to give them the Wildman Steve rub, but I still don't see these as a fighting force.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I really just wanted you guys to hear some.
All right, so
Oh, you tortured us, bro.
what do you
Well, I'm of course voting for the men who brought you the song Rebubula. And that sure as shit wasn't Kid Rock, my friends.
Hold on, no, wait a minute. What the fuck is Rebubula?
I don't know what's the name of this song.
It's this song?
Yeah, I have an autographed copy of this record.
And you haven't listened to it?
No, I've listened to it.
Then why is it Rebubula?
That's just what they. I think.
It's an instrumental.
Yeah, I think it's instrumental. This is the most just second tier jam band ever. Oh, this one's called Buster. They have a record called Warts and All. It's pretty good. Y'all should check out.
About Cromwell.
Oh. All right, I'm split.
I don't know. They seem to have taken Pat down.
And I can handle some crappy music. And I've handled some of the worst of Kid Rock.
Yeah.
That Werewolves of London, Sweet Home Alabama
shit.
thing.
Oh man,
yeah.
that thing was a crime before man, God, and music. But that was before he did it.
Yeah, but let me
This
tell you
fight.
something.
That's true.
I'm torn, right? Because that just Mo is perhaps.
Mo gets Rivers in quite a state.
I just
See, y'all can't see Rivers getting down to this.
I have to tell you
I
something.
didn't know that when we started this show, my greatest joy would be exposing you guys to the jam bands I listened to when I was in high school.
Mo is quite possibly one of the most hideous things I have heard on this podcast. Worse than Bam Margera's band.
Fuckface Unstoppable.
The Fish acapella only gets the the rub, but as a produced album, this
Yeah.
is bad.
Yeah.
When you sold me a Compression Jam, that's like. All right, so Kid Rock, there's the things that and as much as I
All right, I'll vote for Mo if you don't play this song.
yeah, as much as I don't want to hear Rivers play any more of their music, and I want to pick Kid Rock so I can listen to Ba with the Ba or something like that.
All right, Mo. Rivers is strong-armed us, and who knew that Rivers behind the scenes was like fucking LBJ when it came to getting the fucking vote through.
Wait.
At least I didn't have to watch Rivers take a dump.
Nobody made you listen to Mo, so think about which one you want.
Yeah, I know.
there,
I would.
Which one?
Mo is victorious.
You guys
Yeah,
both
Mo
voted
wins,
no?
yeah.
All right. I was going to vote Kid Rock, but okay. Whatever.
You hideous man. You hideous man.
No, see,
but that's
see the
okay.
way they affected Pat. I started to wonder myself. Wow. That was Mo advanced. Everybody will look at the bracket and say, "What the hell is Mo?"
It's a moment.
You gotta be like me, or you're gonna wind up.
Oh God, I don't know. I don't know how I survived college without a massive drug habit to cope with crap like this.
This song's called Captain America. All right, so Mo advances.
And they're facing off against Creed featuring Robbie Krieger.
Oh man, that's Creed, dude.
That's all Creed.
Yeah, by himself, man.
Yeah, Creed is just with Robbie Krieger, they've been harnessed
They've become
onto
war.
a path.
They become Krieg, war itself.
Krieg war itself.
Focused by the energy. Who are they going up against again?
Mo.
Oh,
That
yeah,
hideous
Rivers.
band.
I mean,
Yeah.
look, Mo got lucky, and, that's nice. It's like they had their Mo moment. But I mean, look, This is fucking Creed with Robbie fucking Krieger. With arms wide open and fists wide shut, they gonna kick some ass.
I mean, Robbie Krieger is their James J. Dillon. Yeah. That's the glue that holds the Four Horsemen together.
Yep. I'm going Creed too.
Creed is insufferable, by the way. Don't let this be taken as an endorsement of them. Creed is insufferable. They're quite bad. But
Pat, well, I just heard the news today. It seems my life is going to change.
On the theme of, not to go on a tangent, the theme of Christian rock and Christian hard rock. I had a friend of mine when I was visiting Atlanta who works at a t-shirt shop. And he gave me 2 of the shirts from a project that he had when he worked at the t-shirt shop. So I'm a proud owner of 2 30th anniversary Striper tour t-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell the devil to go to hell.
Yeah.
I know.
Rivers, can you play some more Mo so that we don't have to listen to that?
So Creed passes. Next, this is going to be interesting. Ice
boy.
Cube versus the Insane Clown Posse.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
All right.
This match is going to be a ECW style battle.
Yeah,
And,
for sure.
By the way, I've always dreamed that I, in my professional life, give a presentation that just consists of me coming out to this song and playing it on repeat and just mean mugging people the entire time, where I flip through various slides on a PowerPoint slide deck. This is so great. So we got Ice Cube,
Yeah.
one of the performers on this very fantastic song, against the Insane Clown Posse. What
Yeah.
do y'all think?
Oh, man. It's got to be the Cube. Look,
Yeah.
Triple X, right? Now you can... Insane Clown Posse. Oh, they can take bumps. Oh, they know wrestlers. I think Ice Cube knows some wrestlers, too, because wasn't he in movies with The Rock or something?
Has he been?
Well, he was in a movie with Zeus, a.k.a. Z Gangsta.
You're right, he was. So Ice Cube knows wrestlers,
He
too.
beat Z
Zeus.
Gangsta.
Yeah, that's right. He beat Zeus.
And the only person that beat Zeus, Hulk Hogan.
Exactly.
And Zeus did beat Stan Hansen.
Yeah, well, that was bullshit. But, Stan Hansen does things, for racial equality like that because he's a hell of a man.
Z Gangsta, motherfucker. That's who he is.
Yeah.
And Ice Cube did defeat him.
Yeah, one shot.
He beat Debo.
He knocked him the fuck. You got knocked the fuck out.
by Ice Cube. Now, the Insane Clown Posse, on the other hand.
I think that's where my vote's going, man. Because they have 2 people, so it's a handicap match. I think Cube is strong. I think Cube probably has maybe better fighting intuition, but I think the numbers and the size advantage is going to be the thing. Because the thing we didn't talk about, Violent J is a brick shithouse.
He's a huge man.
I think Ice Cube knows somebody who's a brick shithouse, and his name is Xander Cage. So Cage does a run-in because Triple X protects its own, you understand?
But this would have been 4 years before the Extreme Ops program was created, right? Because Triple X came out in 2003.
You're right, he was still a surfer then.
Yeah, he was still just a surfer, Xander Cage.
Yeah, well, wait a minute, though. Didn't he have who was the ones he did Cop Killer with?
He didn't do Cop Killer.
Yeah,
Ice-T
that's
did Cop
Ice-T.
Killer. With
Yeah.
body count.
Well, he must have a posse. He's Ice Cube.
Ice Cube did Fuck the Police. He has NWA, potentially.
So that's all. There's a whole lot of wrestlers in that. So look out, Insane Clown Posse.
Not the Wrestling Alliance.
What is that? The one with Easy E?
Yeah, Easy.
Well, he's dead, but
he would have been dead at that point.
But he had like guns and shit. What's Insane Clown's gonna do on that?
Well,
they'll get Vampiro.
Yeah.
And I think I'll take Vampiro over Yella any day of the week.
Yeah.
All right. MC Ren cannot handle Terry Funk.
Yeah.
Who
And I
has
would
appeared at
I would
Juggalo
say,
Championship Wrestling events.
And I would say that Ice Cube would have had Dr. Dre at his side. This would have been the Up in Smoke tour era. But this was when Dre was still kind of fat. It's before he got super buff like he is now.
Yeah,
Dre,
6 foot 225 of pure chocolate.
2017,
That phase.
2017 Dre would win this entire contest single-handedly. But 1999 Dre, he was still, hitting the ho-hos pretty hard.
So what do you all think?
Oh, it's a cube, man. These other guys are a paper target.
I don't know. I'm going Clown Posse just based on size, weight, handicap advantage.
And now it's on Pat. Oh, you.
I love you, Cube. You know I do.
You know, just like the actual Woodstock '99, this is also a disgrace to music.
Well, we have to be in the theme.
You see, Mike,
Boom.
we got a theory.
Are you a believer in miracles? I am.
Miracles. That's right.
They just beat Ice Cube. It's a miracle.
Y'all are sick. Y'all are just really sick.
Hey,
I
man.
feel like this is an elaborate hoax. And Alan Funt is going to come out at any moment.
Oh, man.
Actually, Miracle sounded pretty good with deep
cover
cover
playing over
in the
it.
back. That's pretty. That's
Actually,
pretty
it is
awesome.
pretty good. I
That was
agree.
pretty awesome. So our final matchup, which I think is just in the spirit of Woodstock '99, Creed featuring Robbie Krieger versus the Insane Clown Posse.
We all knew it was coming to this.
We all knew it was coming to this.
It was written. It was written in the stars.
predestined.
Well, it was
Yeah.
1999, I
Yeah.
guess.
So we're.
So Prince was totally wrong about what it would be like in the future.
Well, I mean, to be fair, to bring in 1999, Limp Bizkit did do a cover of 1999 by Prince. We have the
Oh, shit.
Alpha, theoretically, and the Omega
yeah.
of
So we.
the poor part of Woodstock '99, not the great parts where you had such artists as James Brown and George Clinton and
Yeah.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
no, Willie Nelson was in the 25th.
Oh, was he Sunday?
He was
I
later
got
on.
real confused about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really complicated.
I'm surprised nobody picked Alanis Morissette for this tournament, but I think Alanis Morissette could have taken a lot of these dudes.
Yeah, I was gonna say there should be a side. We could actually the women's match have just a special attraction women's match right now.
Alanis Morissette.
Cheryl Crow and Alanis Morissette.
Oh, it's
Cheryl Crow,
No, but
man.
That's the battle of the gods.
I don't
right
know.
there.
I don't know if you want to make it a three-way match. Cheryl Crow, Alanis Morissette, and Jewel.
I would definitely watch that, especially
Jewel.
if Jello or something was involved. And Jewel was feisty, and she's from Alaska.
Not just that, she was homeless for many years, so
Yeah.
she's got that kind of cagey, insane
She's tough.
street.
She's very tough.
You know.
That's true, but I mean, hell, man, Cheryl Crow should just wear like those boots with like the big heels and just kick some ass
Yeah.
and shit. Man.
I'd say Jewel. She's cagey. She's been
Yeah.
on the street. She's hustled, and she's from Alaska, dude. People from Alaska.
Alanis Morissette's from Canada, though. She's in the neighborhood.
But she wasn't trained by Stu Hart.
Yeah, but nobody looks better in a denim skirt than Cheryl Crow.
That's true. And I got to say, of those three, the only one that just really captured the affection of my father was Cheryl Crow. Because every day is a winding road when you're Bob Langley. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I guess Cheryl Crow wins that one against.
She goes up on stage with the Rolling Stones, and you can see that like Wood and Keith Richards are having the fucking first boner they've had in years when she's up.
Speaking of Wood,
I don't. Ronnie Wood is aptly.
Yeah.
Hey, Keith, you think my nose is big?
Oh, this.
Actually, you know who I think could have kicked all them girls' ass though in 1999? Shania Twain.
fucking
Shania Twain
she
was a
badass.
fucking juggernaut
Yeah.
in those days.
Yeah,
Oh
she
my
was-
God.
That that was everywhere.
I remember being at
Talk about being a survivor. Shania Twain, definitely a survivor.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
she's a
Yeah.
Indian, and they're tough, you know.
And her parents died early, so she had to hustle and
she's
struggle.
got that. She's like Batman. She's an orphan. So
Yeah,
she,
yeah, but
she's-
instead of running around in a costume, instead, Shania Twain, gave us wonderful music like the one about men's short skirts or shirts or whatever.
man, I feel like a woman.
Yeah, that thing had that
or
cowbell.
You think you're Brad Pitt? That don't impress me much.
that song is.
And she had remember there was When Shania Was Mine by, what was his name? Or Cletus T. Judd.
What?
You don't remember Cletus T. Judd, a country parody artist?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
This shit. this is maybe the most 90s thing I've ever said on this show. I was at a boat show at Garrett Coliseum in Montgomery, Alabama.
The only way
with
it could have been
dad.
more 90s, it was saying I was buying No Fear shirts at Goodies.
But I remember this was the big song, and I was at this boat show for like 3 hours with my dad walking around, and in those 3 hours, this played on Y102. This played on Y102 like 6 times.
Okay, so you're a rocket scientist.
That don't impress me much. Yeah.
Well, although she was easily impressed because she did marry Mutt Lange, and that guy is.
Well, he produced this shit, didn't he?
Yeah, I know.
Wait, Mutt Lange? Is he the guy from Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of Crystal Skull?
Sure, yeah.
No, he was the guy who was the producer for, was it AC?
Back in Black, yeah,
Well, shit, he did all right then.
yeah, and
Well, yeah, that was
Def
sort of a-
Leppard's big albums and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Is he the one that Still the One is about? You still the one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I remember that on pop-up video on VH1.
yeah.
Oh man, these really were the good old goddamn
Shout out
days.
to the '90s guys.
Yeah, I mean they were kind of lame in a lot of ways, but they was a hell of a lot better than today.
Wait.
Okay, so you're Brad Pitt. That don't impress me much.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
This song is only worse when it's the karaoke version.
Oh man, speak
Yeah.
for yourself. I love Yoki.
All right.
One thing you know about me, I love Shania, I love the Yoki. Just hold me. Do people say that yet? Because I'm gonna use that.
You belong at Melbourne Applebee's Friday nights.
We love the Yoki.
Yeah, they love the Yoki. All right, so Creed featuring Robbie Krieger versus
Oh,
the
yeah.
Insane Clown Posse.
That's right.
Oh, I forgot. I thought Sheryl Crow would somehow
This
won.
was such a pleasant detour. I forgot
know.
the dirty business at hand.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel so good now.
Yeah. We're recharged. We're
Yeah.
For this
revamped
final brutal fight.
through the power of Shania and Cheryl.
I think Robbie Krieger and Creed, they were a fearsome thing. They were in movies like Titan AE back then. How 1999 is that? I mean,
That's true.
they had a lot of shit on the radio. They thought they had the power of God on their side, but God must be deaf if he listens to
Yeah,
that shit.
Creed does have hideous album art. That definitely shows that they don't care about beauty. They care about violence.
Yeah.
Visual, auditory, symbolic violence.
Yeah. Pat, what,
Violence.
Everything Creed did in a way was just an expression of violence
It's
against
violence.
the senses. It's
Yeah.
violent.
Violence.
It's disturbing. It's dangerous.
It's 100% American violence.
American professional wrestling is 100% violence, but this stuff is 100% musical crap.
I've got my vote. Pat, what's your vote?
All right, my vote. I am going to ride the horse that took me here.
Yeah.
I am going with the Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say, going Creed.
Oh no! Oh, has a WWE
Superstar died? Oh yeah.
video package started?
Oh, is Ric Flair retiring?
Oh, that's why you went with You surprised me there, Rivers, because for a moment there.
Brother,
Oh, yeah, inspiring.
there's no band that I would have take me out of my career than Creed.
Only to have my career begin again in another company shortly thereafter, then Creed.
They're so amazing.
And they're so 1999, let's face it. I mean, how many bands, how many laughing stocks in the face of music were actually considered cool at the time by the common public?
That's the point where somebody does like a big swanton bump.
Right.
usually.
This is the bump off the cage.
Yeah. This is the shot of somebody bleeding profusely.
Yeah, this is
in slow mo.
Yeah. This is Stone Cold in the sharpshooter.
To my eyes. My sacrifice. I love the breakdown where it gets really cinematic, where it's like,
yeah.
it's so insane.
Well, at some point in around this time, all these bands started introducing strings to their shit.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
then all of them had to have strings.
But I gotta tell you something. Creed featuring Robbie Krieger, Krieg, if you will, has conquered.
Yeah.
I still love you, Insane Clown Posse. I
appreciate your hometown loyalty to that path, but
this is better.
I think we can't forget the fact that Robbie Krieger is the wild card in the entire Woodstock '99.
Yeah. Well, guys, the clock says it's time to close now.
Yeah, Insane Clown Posse dudes. I rooted for you.
We're ninjas, man. What did they say? Whoop 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 whoop, my ninja.
Yeah, whoop whoop, everybody.
Yeah. Please don't. That's not our sign off.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
But Insane Clown Posse, we got Jug of Love for you.
We do have Jug of Love.
We have so much Jug of Love dot for you.
Oh, Jug of Love, Jug of Love.
I'm not included in this week.
Jug of Love. But you fought valiantly. You beat Ice Cube.
Yeah.
That's saying something.
Yeah, Ice Cube, if you're listening, don't put a hit on my ass with Triple X because I had nothing to do with that shit.
You beat the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That's right. So,
Creed featuring Robbie Krieger sums up Woodstock 99 more than any other act.
See, I just like that they were trying to pay tribute to the old Woodstock with a band that wasn't at the old Woodstock.
Yeah.
Like, he was just like, who do you want to play with? It's like, well, I sound like Jim Morrison. Well, he wasn't there. I don't give a shit. Give me Jim Morrison. He's dead. Okay, give me the other guy.
I know, and Santana would have been down for a collaboration. That was during his full collabo era.
Why was Santana not there?
Yeah.
What a crazy thing for him to miss.
That is a very good question.
Because,
Everlast was there.
Yeah, where was
Everlast was there.
Therefore, where was Santana?
There was Santana. Where was Santana?
It's weird because that would have been. Of all the people that were around in '99 that were having a full-on career resurgence, that were also having the peak of their career in 1969, Santana's the only person.
Santana was huge.
Maybe you could say Cher. Because she was,
but she was.
well, she wouldn't have been in this genre. But I'm saying she had "Believe." She had the song "Believe" hit in '99, and she had the song.
It was a really big hit.
Yeah, and I Got You, Babe was from the late '60s. So she spans that generation. There were a few artists around at the time.
John Entwistle did perform at
yeah, I saw that. That's weird.
At Woodstock. They could have.
I had him on my thing before we split up into days.
They could have. Yeah, but the Doors. That's so completely ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know.
Where it's like he had to correct. It was a band that wasn't at the original Woodstock, but let's give him an opportunity.
Because I sound like the guy.
Robbie Krieger from the Doors, everybody.
Yeah, that's what he goes
from the '60s, man.
Well, that's what Scott Stapp in his Bray Wyatt voice. He goes, "This is Robbie Krieger from the Doors, man."
Yeah,
just as Florida.
Why the hell didn't they get Paul McCartney?
I don't know.
They're from the '60s, Beatles.
Yeah, that makes just as much sense. Wow. This was fun. I can't. I'm so happy we got to kind of explore Woodstock '99.
You guys are worn out from musical masochism.
I frankly am destroyed by Mo.
Super thick chunks of broken line.
Oh God, that is so.
Mo wasn't exactly what I might call anything close to good, but Rivers was clearly enjoying himself so much with it that was sort of amusing.
Yeah. Oh, I have fun when I listen to Mo.
You're a sadist. You're an absolute sadist.
Yeah, and
I'm the Marquis de Sade.
Well, the musical Marquis de Sade.
Yeah, there we go. Well, you can find us on Facebook if you still like us. Facebook.com/TheGoodsPod. We're on Twitter @TheGoodsPod. Pat, what should they do when they get to iTunes?
Let me tell your friends, we'll rate, review, and subscribe. Make a comment. Make it good. It shows the attitude of gratitude. Because if you don't have the attitude of gratitude, fuck you.
Oh man, song of the week this week. R.I.P. to Colonel Bruce Hampton, who died
in the Civil War.
No, dude, get this, man. This guy had a big 70th birthday party. Fucking died on stage during the encore. Like the coolest way to go out, man.
Yeah.
He's been a musician since the 60s. Atlanta legend Bruce Hampton had this big birthday party. In the middle,
when he died at the party,
everyone thought he was fucking around during the encore. They're like, let's get Bruce back on here.
And that's the best way to go. And this is on an episode of a podcast that we did mention John Entwistle. So
yeah, so motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go on stage.
On stage in front of your biggest fans. All of Atlanta, his hometown, is there to cheer him on. And dude went out, and I mean, hell, 70 is a good long run when you lead an interesting fucking life like Bruce Hampton did. So, song of the week this week. This is Bruce Hampton and the Code Talkers. The song is called "Body in the Lake," and we'll see you next week.
Took myself a little vacation, lay out by the water and the sand. When I came across a little old man, you know, he looked like he might need a helping hand. So we walked right over to my window, said, you better raise your hands, it's time for you to die. So I put my foot to the metal. Yeah, we got hung up on the side. So I took him for a ride. Yeah, through the body of the lake. You know that I threw him off that bridge so far, like to made a tidal wave. Yeah, through the body of the lake. You know that sometimes just to stay alive, you gotta make a few mistakes. Went on my way back to Pensacola, steering crooked, grinding out the gears. You know, I couldn't believe what I'd just done, so I sat right down and I poured myself a beer. Then I turned on the radio station. They said they found somebody washed up on the side. Then my heart sped up to 1,000,000. Yeah, if I'm gonna stay alive, you know I better run and hide. Yeah, through the body of the lake. Turns out that little old man shot his wife up in that old tobacco mill. Then I turned on the radio station. I got my car and slammed it down and drive. Then I rode right off with my freedom. Yeah, you know it's good to be alive when you don't have to run and hide. Yeah, through the body and the lake. You know that I threw him off that bridge so far like you made a tidal wave. Yeah, through the body and the lake. You know that sometimes in life you gotta make.
The Goods from the Woods was mixed, edited, and distributed by me, Rivers Langley. You can find the show on Twitter at The Goods Pod. Our theme song was composed by DJ Smiles. Check him out on Twitter at DJ Smiles.